A lot more people in the building than there was a year ago, so it was really looking forward to it. It was time, you could tell in practice, been really competitive, blue and white going against each other. So it was time for us to see an outside opponent and, test ourselves. And I thought they gave us a really good test just in terms of, how they played the game and pushing the pace and things that we don't see from ourselves as much in a practice. So that was good. Chuck Harris, obviously I know that's the question in everybody's mind in the room. Right? Why didn't Chuck play? It's just a violation of team standards, and he'll be back on Friday. So we look forward to seeing him back out there. As for the guys that were out there, I thought 20 assists on 37 made field goals is pretty good in terms of sharing the ball and playing unselfish. Only 11 turnovers, especially. It was an 88 possession game for us, which is faster. Obviously, they had a lot to do with that in terms of the pace. So a lot to learn from. Right? A lot to learn from in terms of getting the shooters in our transition D, right? Areas that we've been focusing on, but to play someone that plays different than us and get exposed and take the feedback and grow.
Questions? Coach, obviously exhibitions are different than the regular season, but was this kind of a scheduled plan to face a team that definitely brings something a little different pace-wise for you guys with so many new guys joining the roster, getting back on defense and having to man up quickly? Yeah,
I think, you look at our league and in terms of pace and obviously teams in our league, St. John's or Creighton and teams like that play, at a pace. Obviously, you try to be intentional with your scheduling to test yourselves. They played Bellarmine the other night. We didn't do a scouting report for this one. We just kind of wanted to let guys go and figure it out on the run and test our principles. And I thought they communicated well. We didn't always get to the spots, but to be able to go out and just see where we're at with no scout, with no plan, us knowing they hit 15 threes the other night against Bellarmine and they could shoot. And we kind of told guys a little bit, but not who was who. So they were trying to figure some things out on the fly. So I thought it was good for us.
Coach, Jake didn't look like a freshman today. How excited are you about what he can bring to this team, and what did you see from him today, just in terms of his poise?
You were looking at him on offense. No, I thought Jaden's been obviously through 22 practices now, right, in terms of where we are at this point in the year. Today's our 23rd day before we get down the wire. The regular season picks up. And even in the summer, just seeing, from our freshmen, where they are, Jaden in particular, just a little bit more maturity to his game, right, the way he plays the game. Obviously, we were excited to get him to come to Butler and watch him this summer and really compete. And I think defense is going to be a strength of his as he continues to learn. Watching him and Chuck battle this summer and him hold his own. Obviously, you start putting in offense and systems. And then seeing him absorb, right, he's a smart player, right, seeing him absorb our principles in our offense and defense and still kind of play within himself within the confines of that on offense and continuing to learn on defense.
Coach, with the 15 allowed threes, how much of that was technique, how much of it was communication? What did you see that was leading to those looks?
A little bit of both, right, a couple of miscommunications, right, when we missed some switches and left them open, allowed enough pressure on the basketball, right, where we were there, but they ignored our primary defender that was on the ball, so we got to be able to pressure without getting beat. So, they made a couple early, then they started to drive us and attack us off the dribble. Team starts making them, you get man-conscious and start drifting. So now, right, our gaps in our help side, guys are not wanting their guy to make a three, and so, when you can shoot like that, it puts a lot of pressure on you. So it's a little bit of both.
Coach, it's a make or miss game, a lot of makes tonight. But kind of with your ball movement, it seems like you guys got cleaner looks maybe today than some games last season. What have you kind of changed maybe, or what did you see that you liked out of your ball movement and spacing today?
Yeah, I think just tweaking our flow a bit, right, having Enzi, he's grown his game and worked like crazy over the summer to be able to play out on the perimeter more. Right, we know where when he's really good, he's inside, but being able to be inside out to provide more space. And then working a ton on just decision making, right, not overhandling the ball, moving it, right, finding open teammates, right, seeing the swing on a one more pass, making the extra pass. I thought we had some really good possessions of that. So it's just kind of opening up the court more. I thought he had his moments, right, where he was good, and obviously, all those young guys are learning, right. I thought they all showed flashes and had good moments, and then they all looked like first-year guys at other times, and so that's part of the process, and that's where we keep talking to these guys about, and them talking to each other. That's where our older guys can help the newer guys. That's part of the process. Is you're going to have some moments. You can just keep yourself with a growth mindset, right, and get better every day.
A couple for the players. Drag easy all we can.
Jaden, first real college game, pretty full Hinkle Fieldhouse, 25 points. How'd it feel?
Well, it felt really good. My teammates found me when I was open. We had a good shoot around before, and I'm home, so it just feels good.
Bryce, a question for you. What's your connection like with AT on the court? How do you think it translated to a win today?
I played with Aaron for a while now, so I know we know how to feed off each other very well. I know what spots he likes to get to. He knows where I like to get to. Just putting each other in good situations.
Bryce, the decision to come back, I think for all of you seniors was individual, but was there a collective talk amongst you as a group to say we got some unfinished business here?
We do. We all talked about it. It wasn't really just an individual decision, like you said. We all came together, talked to each other about it, just weighed all of our decisions, and kind of made that decision off that.
Bryce, size advantage for you guys inside tonight. When you kind of got on the block, was it more of looking for yourself a little bit more tonight, being able to kind of get to that baseline and finish inside, maybe more of an offensive game for you than otherwise?
Yeah, just being aggressive. I know my teammates tell me that all the time, so just being aggressive and just kind of take advantage of what the mismatch is. I know if we have open shooters, I'm going to find them. So, I mean, like you said, just kind of just play, take what the defense gives me.
One more for everybody?
Jaden, how would you assess your own performance today? Obviously, this is the first time that you've played on this floor in front of fans, and you put up good numbers. But when you're kind of assessing your own game and your own performance, how do you think you did?
Well, I feel like you can look at it from both ways. Defensively, I feel like there's some stuff I need to work on. And then offensively, I feel like there's some things I can be better at. Obviously, shots were going in today, and that was good, but it's not going to be like that all the time. But I can rely on my defense all the time. So just tighten up my defense, and I feel like I'll be good.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.